Good morning. Welcome to another Memphis Monday. Memphis Monday 286, the 26th week of our 6th year. And in celebration of our halfway point of year 6, we're going to do a shop and inspection tour. We'll go over the facilities and some of the equipment, and also talk about some of our operations. So let's knock off the chit chat and get inspecting. The outside of the building, here on the east side, we have the shed roof with the deck under it, a tin roof, and then one of the things we've changed during this first half of the year is I moved our intro and outro station here to the front of the shop instead of being inside. Got one bay door there that I really use for access. Here's a little deck in the front. Here I moved this to the west side of the building. You can see that shed roof goes all the way along here, along the south side, and then the east side, and then this west side shed roof, which my plan, believe it or not, is to tear that west side shed roof, tear it completely out of there, and then continue this shed roof, the big shed roof, all the way around the west side of the building. If you're a long-time viewer, you notice that something's missing right here. You know, a few weeks ago we gave away that boat. Well, I'm going to kind of work our inspection tour into three sections. We got I'm going to go over our file system. You know, last week we built that file cabinet. I'm going to go over the file system I use, the plans and records I keep, and then we'll do a indoor shop tour here. So if you don't want to see that, just wait through there. This over here is just some, you know, a to-do list. Everybody has a to-do list, and that's what I got over there. This is a file cabinet we built last week. You can see it's pretty nice and pretty big. Here's all my files. You know, it's got like parts lists and diagrams and manuals and all that stuff. Now, I don't know about you, but I have trouble sometimes finding things that are filed. I don't know how they're listed by alphabetical, and I don't know if you go by the, it's just hard. What I do is I got an unambiguous system here that uses numbers. I've divided all my files into 18 different categories. Saws are number 1, sanders are number 2, compressors 3, facilities 4, drills 5, and so forth. Then I can take that first number. If you're a saw, then you're going to have a number that starts with 1. So I know that file 1.1 is the electric chainsaw. File number 1.2 is the DeWalt miter saw, and so forth and so on. I know that if I go to file 2.9, that is a DeWalt random orbit, and there's its number. Whenever if it was convenient, I always like to put that number in there, make it even less unambiguous. And all facility stuff like shop vacs, garage door paperwork, the B-52 fan, dust collection system, kerosene heaters go in there. There's all the drills and drivers. So let's find something here. Okay, let's Out of the Clear Blue Sky, let's just pick this one here, 5.5. So I'm looking for 5.5. That is the GMC right angle drill. So I just go to my file system. I don't have to look for alphabetized anything. It's unambiguous. It's in file 5.5 without a doubt. And there's the file. And there's the drill. And then putting it back as a snap because it's in numerical order. So you don't have to try to think if T's are in front of S's or R's are in front of, M's or anything. You just put it in there by number. Okay, the second part of our inspection is our plans and records. What I do is I keep a loose leaf notebook. These are all our projects. These are the Memphis Monday numbers over here. Title of the project, upload date, and when it was scheduled. I try to keep at least a couple of weeks ahead. Here's last week's project, the shop file cabinet with storage. And today's project is inspection tour 286. And this is week 26. And it'll come out on 4 October. Okay, then what I do is for each project, I have pictures. This was Memphis Monday 262, the oak wardrobe. I can put all my little plans in there. This was a cedar chest. It was a boat giveaway. That's the feeder. That was a couple storage boxes. There was the gate, or the garden bridge. And the beauty of this plans and record system is that I've kept these notebooks for each from year 2 on. I didn't do it for first year because I didn't think the series would last 3 weeks, much less 6 years. But same system, got the Memphis Monday number, pictures of the various projects. This is from year 2. That's a picture of our chair we use for our intro and outro, and we did that on Memphis Monday 87. Here's the book for year 3. There's this blanket chest we did. I remember that. Here's year 4. Here's some end tables we did. Oak end tables. That's when we fixed our garden gate out there, put those braces in. And here's year 5, same thing. I always use this grid paper when I'm trying to get something to scale. And I often take black and white pictures because those color printers are a rip-off. drawings of various projects. Okay, for any viewers we still have left, this is the dark corner of the shop. These are some projects that I couldn't deliver to Indiana, and I'll let you guess why. Back here, I have lights up here, but I don't have them plugged in because I have so many lights in here it blows the fuse. Back here I got my spindle sander. Then coming out of my dark corner here, I got my big bandsaw. It's on wheels so I can move it around. And I got my small belt sander. It too is on wheels. I got a mandrel here I use as an anvil. The thing weighs about 500 pounds. Drill press. All my equipment is on these stands here. Well, I got plenty of storage. This has 5 drawers, that has 3. This is my center island area. All my equipment has built-in dust collection and storage. It's my jointer. 48-inch belt sander with built-in dust collection. My router with built-in dust collection. This is my 10-inch sliding miter saw, DeWalt. I built this cabinet for it. It's on wheels. Got built-in dust collection, storage, and those outfeed wings are removable. We've got a project coming up. I'm a big memorabilia collector, and those are bottles of whiskey that people have given me for making them projects, and I'm going to make a whole new cabinet for that. It's my scroll saw. It's got a tilting bed on it, and it'll tilt both ways. It's a real nice one. It's on a stand. Back in the corner here, I got my lathe. We don't do a lot of lathe work, and so I haven't bought a good lathe. That's just a cheap one, but I don't use a lathe much, so it doesn't matter. This was a project we had. It's a large workbench. It's on 6 heavy-duty wheels. Plenty of storage. Got all my bolts and screws and stuff. Up in here, I keep all my nails. These are on this side of the 18 gauge, and over here are the 16 gauge. My shop is got air conditioning in it. That's what you hear running in the background. This is my 25-inch belt sander, or drum sander. Looks like I need some new paper. It's 220 volts. Real nice system. I got it at auction because the guy who was selling it thought it was broken, but I fixed it for about $100. There's my old dust collection system. The only thing I use it for is the 25-inch drum sander. And here's my DeWalt planer. I've had it for about 11, 12 years or more. I think maybe 15 years, I don't know. But it doesn't have any dust collection, it just goes right out the window there. Up against that back wall is all my clamps. We've got pipe clamps down there, and then all my bar clamps. And of course, here's the file cabinet we built last week, and there's a outfeed and storage area. Here in the center of the shop, I got an assembly table I build most of the projects on. It sits on 2 stands that have drawers on both sides for more storage. That's on one side, and then I get on the other side, we got the same thing. This is a future project. I think we're gonna someday recycle this outfeed table for the table saw and build us a new one with maybe built-in dust collection for the table saw, so I don't have to jerry rig a shop vac. Here's another organizational feature I have. Underneath this workbench here, I've got these slide out drawers where I keep my various toolboxes. And what I've done is I've put things in these toolboxes by categories. Like this one right here is electrical, so if I have any wiring or anything like that needs to be done, I have that one. This is a socket set. This one right here is for plumbing. And down here, this is router bits, all on these sliding trays. This is really convenient. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but on this blackboard here, I generally put what Memphis project we're working on. This is the inspection tour. Behind these doors here is where I keep all my glue, oil, stain, varnish, all that stuff. Also some cleaning supplies. Well, I've got these slide out drawers here. This is sandpaper for the drum sander, hand sandpaper, paint brushes, and down here, more supplies, rags, and all that kind of stuff. Kind of keeps it organized, and I can shut the doors and hide the mess. Over here, I got as far as I know, I got about every kind of nail gun there is. I keep them all in here, and these are all slide out deals. So I got everything from framing nailers, all kinds of stuff. And up here, got all my hand tools. I generally have DeWalt, not that I'm advertising DeWalt, but I like to buy the same brand because the batteries will be interchangeable. So, and my favorite tool of all is the cordless jigsaw. I don't have a central air system or anything, but what I do have is I have you see that air hose right there hanging from the ceiling. Now that air hose will reach this entire area here, so I don't have a bunch of air hoses laying around on the ground. It comes from the overhead. This is my new table saw. This is new in the last 6 months. I don't like the other one, and when it broke, I was happy because this is the way table saws are supposed to work. You know, the whole thing rocks and they're easy to adjust. The other one was had a bunch of Rube Goldberg stuff down in there that would always get clogged up. This is my battery storage or battery charging area. I'm getting where I'm using these cordless tools a lot, and so I put a lot of stock in the batteries. Last thing I want to show you in the shop is all my storage. I've got this giant wall of cabinets with storage on top also, and storage on the bottom. All my cabinets, all my furniture have drawers, and so I have plenty of storage. And out here in the east shed roof, I've added this this big storage unit here. And put stuff in it. There's a drawer, for example, it has nothing in it. And this is a chop saw and chop saw stand that I'm going to give away to the first Memphis Applegate viewer that lives close enough and wants to come pick it up. Well, that does it for this Memphis Monday 286, the 26th week, halfway point of our 6th year. Today we had an inspection tour. I went over how to organize the projects and where I keep my plans and where I can access all that stuff, and also my filing system. And you may think, well, what has all that got to do with woodworking and DIY? Well, for me it means a lot, because I'm so disorganized. If I don't make an effort to be organized, then it's just chaos. You know, when I need something, I need to be able to go right to it. When I want to check something out, I need to have a place for everything. All right, so if you know of anybody who wants that old chop saw that lives close to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, just say so in the comments, and you can contact me and we'll get it to you. All right, can't think of anything else. Like, favorite, share, comment, and all the stuff you do on the internet. Most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.